So this video is going to be factoring part 2. So if I took this, I know that this is one of the special cases that I have to write out twice because it's a binomial and it's squared. So now if I FOILed this, 3x times 3x is 9x squared. 3x times 2 is plus 6x. We got another plus 6x. And then last, 2 times 2 is 4. So we'd get 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. So now we're going to be factoring things that have a number in front. So our answers are going to have numbers in front like this. Okay, so what we're going to do for this is first see if there's a GCF that I can pull out of it. So is there any number that can be taken out of all of them or letter? It doesn't look like it. So now we're going to do this thing called the bottoms up method. So I'm going to take this first number and I'm going to send it back. So I'm going to delete it now, so it's going to be x squared plus 12x, and then 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, so I want you to now factor this. Well, two things that multiply to get me 36, 6 and 6, and when I add them I should get 12. So I'd get x plus 6, x plus 6. Okay, but we have to do something because we sent that 9 back. So since we multiplied this 9 back, now we have to divide it back in. So I'm going to divide both of these by 9 like this. Okay, now I'm going to reduce my fraction. So that's going to be 2 over 3 and 2 over 3. Well, I don't like how this is a fraction, so we're going to do bottoms up. So we can't have any fractions in this, so I'm going to bottoms up this. I'm going to send it to the front. So I'm going to get 3x plus 2 and 3x plus 2. So we're only adding a couple steps onto the end of this, what we've been doing. So again, you can see from our previous example, 3x plus 2 gave me that 9x squared plus 12x plus 4. So that one was a little bit difficult, so let's try another one. Okay, we got 6x squared minus x minus 2. First I check to see if there's a GCF. There's nothing that can be taken out of it, so I'm going to send this 6 back. So I'm going to get x squared minus x minus 12. Remember, when I send it back, I'm multiplying. Okay, so two things that multiply to get me negative 12, but add to get me negative 1. So I can do negative 4, 3, negative 3, 4. Looks like negative 4, 3 adds to get me that negative 1. So I can do x minus 4, x plus 3. Okay, but since I multiplied this 6, I now have to divide that 6. Okay, so we're going to reduce our fractions. So I'm going to get x minus 2 over 3 and x plus 1/2. Okay, bottoms up. Got to send it to the front because we don't want fractions. So I'm going to get 3x minus 2 and 2x plus 1. Okay, let's try this one. Check to see if there's a GCF. No GCF, so I'm going to send this 3 back. So I'm going to get x squared plus 2x minus 3. So two things that multiply to get me negative 3, but add to get me 2. So I got negative 3 and 1, 3 and negative 1. Looks like that adds to get me a positive 2. So x plus 3 and x minus 1. Okay, but since we multiplied that 3 through, we have to divide it back. So we got to do our bottoms up method. Reduce our fractions. So 3 over 3 gives me 1. And then we can't reduce this negative 1/3, so we're going to bottoms up it. We're going to send it to the front. So we're going to get 3x minus 1. Okay, check to see if there's a GCF. It does not look like there is, so we're going to send the 6 back. So I'm going to get x squared plus 13x plus 36. So now I'm going to try to think of things that multiply to get me that 36. So I got 6 and 6, 12 and 3, 9 and 4. It looks like that adds to get me that 13. So x plus 9, x plus 4. But since we multiplied that 6, we got to divide by that 6. So we got x plus, we're going to reduce that so both of them are divisible by 3. So I'd get 3 over 2 once I divide it by 3. And then both of these are divisible by 2, so 2 over 3. Okay, bottoms up because we can't have those fractions. So we're going to get 2x plus 3 and then 3x plus 2. Okay, check to see if there's a GCF. It doesn't look like there is. So I'm going to send this back and multiply it. So I'm going to get x squared plus x minus 20. So two things that multiply to get me negative 20. I got negative 5, positive 4, negative 4, positive 5. It looks like that adds to get me that positive 1 here. So x minus 4 and x plus 5. But we sent that 4 back, so now we got to divide by 4. So negative 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. This doesn't reduce, so we're going to bottoms up it. So 4x plus 5. Okay, let's see if there's a GCF. Let's see if 41 can be divided by 6. And it can't be, so no GCF, so we got to send this 6 back. So I'm going to get x squared plus 41x plus 180. So let's see, we got 90 and 2, we got 6 and 30, we got 180 and 1, we got 5 and 36. Oh, there's our 1, so that adds to get me that 41, so I can get x plus 5, x plus 36, but we can't forget we multiplied that 6 at the end, so now we got to divide that 6. So this is a fraction, and it can't be reduced, so we're going to get 6x plus 5, and then 36 divided by 6 is just 6, so there's my answer. Again, I want you to double check all of your homework assignments and when you take the test to make sure that this answer is right, so you're going to FOIL it back out. Okay, check to see if there's a GCF. So I don't think there is. So we're going to send this 9 back. So 9 times 10 is 90. So then we got 30 and 3, 10 and 9, 5 and 18, and then we can do the negatives. So it looks like this one adds to get me that negative 23. So x minus 5, x minus 18. We sent a 9 back, so we got to divide by 9. This fraction can't reduce, so we're going to bottoms up. So we're going to get 9x minus 5. Negative 18 divided by 9 is negative 2. Again, factor it back out, or FOIL it back out to check your answer. Okay, check to see if there's a GCF. There's not, so we're going to send this back. We're going to get x squared plus 5x minus 36. So two things that multiply to give me that negative 36. We got 18 and 2, negative 18, negative 2, 18, negative 2, 6, negative 6. Negative 9, positive 4, 9, negative 4. It looks like that adds to give me that positive 5. So x plus 9, x minus 4. We sent a 2 back, so we got to divide by 2. This can't be reduced, so we're going to bottoms up. So we're going to get 2x plus 9. And then x, negative 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, I recommend going ahead and trying to do this one on your own. So I would pause the video and see if you can do it on your own. Okay, so what I would do, check GCF, no GCF, so we're going to send this back. 21 times 7 is 147. So we got x squared plus 52x plus 147. So I know 1 times 147. Let's see if 147 is divisible by 2. It's not, so 147 divided by 3. So we got 49 and 3, which adds to get me that 52. So x plus 49, x plus 3. We sent a 7 back, so we got to divide both by 7. So 49 is divisible by 7, so x plus 7. but 3 over 7 can't be reduced, so we're going to bottoms up, so we're going to send it to the front. So that should be what you got.